Hello YouTube, it's Trust, and welcome to the third episode of Bear Hug Radio. The goal of this podcast is to get to know Okaybears that add value to the community. The third guest on Bear Hug Radio is Toilet Senpai. He can make your PFP come to life by adding animation. Make sure to add this dude on Twitter and shoot him a DM if you would like to get your PFP animated or if you just want to make a trade. I'm actually just started this podcast to get like cool people to get on the podcast, get to know them so that the community can get to know them. Not everyone's on the Discord at the same time, especially you're from Europe. Where in Europe are you from?
From the Balkans, Bulgaria.
Cool. The first question I have for you is, where did you get your original name?
It's okay to call me Toilet, man. I mean, it's the name that I wear with pride, you know?
Okay.
So, the story about this is, I have a real life friend, and he works as an entertainment for tourists in a resort close to the city we live in. He used to tell me stories how, you know, he goes and gets the drunk tourist ladies escorted to the bathroom so they are safe and nothing bad happens to them, like a real gentleman, you know. And then he also tells me stories about the drunk male tourists that pee on the beach, and he goes there and taxes them like $25 or something, you know. So that's how it came, like Toilet Senpai, the guy that does toilet stuff, you know, gentle to the ladies, brute to the males. And I mean, we were watching a lot of anime back in the day, and you know, senpai is like one that you look up to. You want senpai to notice you, so it's just like a funny name, and I gave him that nickname. I invented it for him, but since he was not online person, he doesn't play many games, stuff like that, I liked this nickname so much that I took it for myself, and that's how it came.
Yeah, I love it. Because even when I message you, I'm like, hey, TS. I didn't want to be like, hey, Toilet, how's it going? You know. But,
I mean, just look at it this way. I wanna send a positive message, you know, and when you see my stupid funny nickname, you know that I'm a chill and easygoing guy. And you know, I mean, a lot of people ask me this the first time we speak, like, where does your name come from, man? And I tell them the story, and I just wanna make people smile, man. I wanna, you know, make someone's day better, or you know, just send the positive message.
Yeah, no, it's cool because I think your name's original, and I think when they hear Toilet, they know it's you, right? So I'm curious, what was your first NFT?
I started on Moana around 29th of December, and initially I just looked for like very cheap NFTs to buy and learn how it all works, because I mean, I'm not a crypto guy. I just got into NFTs because I like the idea. I bought Wicked Pigeon Pose, I think was the name. It costed like 0.03, and I was flipping them for 0.05. But back then Solana was like $175, and I mean, even on such small margins, I was making like a couple of bucks, and I was learning the art of trade. And then a couple of days later, on January the 2nd this year, I minted Daisy Ducks, and generally that's how my journey started. I'm still holding my Daisy Ducks. I made up my way from community member to head moderator there, and while they are not at their all-time highs or at the best state, I still love this project because I am who I am thanks to Daisy Ducks to this day.
So is this your biggest holdings, the Days Ducks?
My biggest back is in Okaybears. I hold 4 of them. I have like 5 ducks, but this, I mean, at that moment, this is like 10 soul worth, so...
No, it's cool. Yeah, I see your page. You have 4 bears. Are you doing only Sol, or do you do ETH also?
Well, honestly, I never touched Ethereum because it's too expensive for me. I mean, maybe now with the gas fees being like low.
If you got this far in the podcast, why don't you hit the like and the subscribe button? It really helps my channel grow. What I want to do is I want to talk to you about your art. I looked on your page. It looks amazing. I'm just curious, what do you use to get those art animated like
well,
this?
It's mostly Photoshop and Adobe After Effects. I mean, I cut the NFTs into separate layers first. I mean, I get the idea of the animation in my head, or the customer tells me what they want. So I separate the NFTs like into different layers. Afterwards, I export them as separate PNGs, and then I put it all into After Effects and I start cooking.
Because I saw like your page on your Twitter account, and I see some of them like they're really, really cool, especially the Days Ducks. The Okaybears are really cool too. How long did it take you to learn all of this?
I started animating this year as just a hobby. I mean, I'm a warrior in real life, and I just started by making memes for these ducks. I was cutting heads of ducks and putting it into GIFs. And then when Best Buds minted out, I started playing around. First, I was animating in Photoshop, but then I remembered that my girlfriend used to have a YouTube channel, and I did her like nice visual effects for her videos. I was helping her with her YouTube channel, and I decided to install After Effects again and work with something that is specially designed for animations and videos. And I just started learning on the go, trial and error. So around 5-6 months to this point. I'm still improving though. I mean, I'm far from perfect or professional, but I make good stuff. I mean, I know it's not perfect, I tell people this, but I like the end results.
Because I'm looking at the Dead Gods page right now, or the D-Gods page, and some of these, like the Doctor one is amazing. Are these like, do they come to you and ask you, or is it all in your mind, or do they give you an idea and you run with it?
Well, it depends. Some people tell me you do you, and I just get creative, and some people have a particular idea, like for example the Doctor one that you like. He had a basic idea. He wanted his alive god to transition into a dead god, and he wanted that particular movement with the head upwards and the eyes shining, and then I added my touch with the pulse background in the dead gods. And usually, I mean, as you can see, I mostly do basic breathing animation kinda, and just add special effects and try to make it I'm trying to make it like it's alive.
It's really cool, honestly. I was also wondering, is this like business? You charge people for this? Is there like a rate fee, or you do it for fun?
Well, honestly, I used to do it for free initially, then I started to do it for 0.1 soul, 0.2, 3, 5, and I raised my rate, and now it's up to like 1 or 2 soul depending on how much time it takes me, because like one animation can take from 3-4 hours up to like 20 sometimes. And I value my time. It's not that I don't love doing this, but I also am busy, and I've learned that time is like the most expensive resource, and I just feel like it's an okay price for what I deliver to people.
No, I completely agree. I mean, especially, they're all really, really cool, and I think it's basically another NFT. Yeah, you're basically paying 1 to 2 soul to get another NFT. It's worth your price. That's why, Strike, who does all the edits, he does like 10 edits a day, and he doesn't charge anything for it. I was trying to tell him like, hey man, you can make a business out of it, but he just like, hey, no, I just do it for fun and everything. But time is money, like you said. How much is your time worth?
Even if it's basic stuff and just a simple edit, I think everyone should be okay to pay like 0.1 at least, out of respect. I mean, people can tip you, just so they value your work. If you sell your work for free, it's like, come on, it's not serious.
Exactly, I agree. How long did it take you to learn this?
Well, as I said, around 6-7 months. I've been doing it since January this year, and I mean, I've been animating like 2-3 hours per day, sometimes 5-10, all depends on the demand. And to answer your other question that you asked first, right now I don't advertised almost anywhere. I mean, I made a name for myself. I've done a lot of cool animations for people, and they just send me customers.
Did you learn everything by yourself, or did someone
Everything
teach you?
by myself. I'm like usually a trial and error kind of guy. I just go and mess with stuff until I get it right. If I can't get it right, I'll go watch a YouTube video, or I'll just try to figure it out somehow.
Let's talk about the Okaybears. What do you think about the Okaybears direction right now?
I think the direction has been on point since day one. I mean, I see Okaybears as a long-term hold. I've never been in it for the short term. I mean, they have delivered on what they have promised. Yes, they may have been issues with communication. Yes, people are not happy with the floor going down, but I think that people fail to see the big picture, because everything the team did so far has been mentioned in the blueprint and they've been executing on it. The goal is to bridge Web 2 and Web 3 and expand the brand awareness to Okaybears to the outside world, and they've been doing it good so far. And I mean, making a brand takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't just go viral just because you are Okaybears and you have a 250 Solana floor or something like this. So I'm okay with the direction. I mean, I can see that after the issues last 1, 2, 3 weeks and the concerns expressed by the community, the team has changed their approach and they're doing even better now. So I'm even more bullish on the Bears.
Yeah, I think the honeypot and certain things, like they realize that they need to communicate more and they're doing things to improve. I mean, the floor price hasn't moved, but like you said, it's a long term. We're in a bear market right now, and the only thing that's staying up is the dead gods, and the only reason that's staying up is the Yootsman. A lot of people think that it's gonna have a big impact. Talk to me about you got nominated for Yootslist, right?
It was such a nice experience. I loved it.
Yeah, so you heard it yesterday or the day before. What did you say on your application? Because I need to know the secret. I haven't been Yootlisted yet.
I mostly just sent a link to my portfolio, the one that you've seen in my profile. I said that I'm not really an artist, but an editor, because I suck at drawing. I mean, it's a goal for me now soon to buy an iPad and learn how to draw and draw youth traits. I'm very excited about this, especially if I can make them animated. So anyway, I just wrote, I'm an editor. I do animations for people's NFTs, and in my free time, I try to connect with people and educate people on how to not get scammed in the space. Basically, something short and simple explaining who I am in the Web3 space.
That's really cool. Are you intending on holding it for a long time? The
I mean, usually I hold very few projects. Like right now, I hold only Okaybears and Days Ducks. I mean, expanding my list to 3 projects that I hold long term, I think it's good. I may actually sell one bear and balance my portfolio and my goal is to buy as many youths as I can with 100 or 150 soul. And then the plan is, like, after the initial mint, to flip them down, like if I have any rare ones, or I mean, even if I don't have rare ones, just to trade to people for other youths, like 4 youths and so on. This is how I usually play hyped mints and projects on the first days, because this is the best way for me, like, to stay in the project, keep accumulating more while also taking profit.
Is that what you did with the bears? Like, how did you accumulate 4?
To be honest,
did you mint? Sorry?
I minted 1 and bought 1 on secondary on Coral Cube for 7.2 SOL. My initial investment in Okaybears was like 9 SOL. From there on, I just traded. I mean, I still have my mint bear. It's my PFP, by the way. That green bear is the one I minted. And the second bear, I just flipped. I think it was a legendary, rank 400, but really ugly one, man. I mean, no one liked. So it took me like 5-6 days to flip it for another bear and 30 SOL. And after this, I started flipping bears, because a lot of people didn't like their bears, and I had this mentality. Okay, you may not want your bear, but someone else will. So, if I have a bear that you want, I will make you pay me your bear plus Solana, and then I will take your bear, and then I will trade your bear to someone that wants it, because it's a patience game. Sooner or later, someone that wants your bear will come to me and pay me his bear and so on. So basically, this is how I did it. And at some point, I realized that the Ethereum people really value the 4 trade bears. the completely naked ones. So I'm kind of good of tracking people on the blockchain, and whenever someone listed for trade on Magic Eden, I tracked them and their discords, and I offered them OTC deals, like for less money than they listed it, and then I bought their bears and sold it for like 30, 40, 50 so profits. I mean, I remember one weekend with around 4 or 5 trades. I have done like 200 so in profits. This was like the second week in Okaybears.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, this is how I accumulated more.
Wow, that's amazing. We should be friends. You should show me how to do this.
It's mostly about living in the OTC channels. I know there is a lot of controversy with like the 0% royalties thing, and I don't want to hurt the project that way, like not paying royalties, but I also am not like extremely rich guy, and I mean, I'm into NFTs for money, man, as most of us are, and OTC trading is the way to go. If you know what you're doing, you can do the most money by OTC trading, I believe.
So you trade it all on Famous Fox? Mostly, is that what it is?
That's been the case like since forever. I mean, I only floor NFTs on Magic Eden if it's like a really shitty collection and I just wanna get out. I mean, usually most of the time, I know I can always get the best value for what I have to sell on Famous Foxes or Yo.
I was wondering if you do OTC trades or if you've ever got scammed.
Yeah, in matter of fact, I got scammed once, like a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Someone traded me an Exile tape for 85 so, and they were worth 25. But it was a very edge case because Exile tapes, I don't know if you know the story, they are like the fail mint of Degenerate tapes. Like the initial Degenerate tapes mint went bad. Basically, the Exile tapes have two versions. Like the DGods have a DGod version and that God version. It's the same way with Exile tapes. So basically, they have a Degen Ape version and Exile tape version. And the scam was that someone put me a wrapped Exile tape masked as a Degenerate tape on Yo. So I got scammed for 85 so, and this was devastating to me because it was like 50% of my portfolio. I remember when I made the calculation, it was like 1 month of 18 hours of NFTs every day, and I was destroyed, man. Every play I made after this for 2-3 weeks was like even digging my hole deeper. And then Okaybears happened, and this is another reason why I love Okaybears so much, because after Okaybears everything changed for the better.
Yeah, exactly. Especially during the rise to fame, like when we went up to like 150, it was just like, yeah, for me, I'm not a very good trader, to be honest. So I like minted my bear and I just rode the wave up and down. So I'm again also looking for the long term. It honestly, if it goes a bit lower, like a bit lower than 50, I will invest in 1 or 2 more. But at this point, like I don't have a lot in. I'm trying to buy a house right now, so all my money's in savings, untouchable, and my wife would kill me if I started taking the savings money to buy bears. But do you have like a mentor in NFTs or someone that you talk to a lot that kind of helped you with the trading, or you again did everything by yourself? And
well, I talk to a lot of people. I mean, I have around 5-10 friends that I speak daily, and I learn a lot from them because for me, every opinion matters, even if it's a negative one. You've got to, like, be open-minded and listen to different points of view and be open to accept change. I'm networking a lot in the space, but mostly the OTC thing, I mean, I am teaching people how to do it. It's just a skill that I have, maybe because I've hustled like 16 years. I started working when I was 15 years old, and I just know how to trade well and how to sell to people or how to make them sell things to me that I want. It's mind games. But a mentor, I don't think that I have a mentor. I mean, I have some really cool people that I look up to, but I view us always equals and as people that teach each other stuff.
Are you on a lot of Discords? Where do you feel like you get your best alpha?
Well, mostly in DMs, and I'm also a believer that alpha is made by yourself mostly, like if I go and share the alpha in a Discord, it's no longer alpha because the information is valuable. Information like this is valuable as long as much people don't know about it. And the moment you post it on Discord, it's no longer alpha.
No, I definitely understand. All right, so I feel like you get most of your knowledge and alpha and everything through like talking to people, and I think that's valuable to know that, because a lot of people are waiting, like they track wallets and they listen on Discord, and then when someone says you got to pick this up, it's already too late. I feel. Last question is, what do you think about the bear market? Do you think it's gonna continue like this for a while, and when do you think we're gonna see some bullish signs, or do you think it's gonna be anytime soon, or do you think it's gonna be more next year or in a few months?
Have in mind that as I said, I'm not really good with crypto, but from what I have read and talked with people who have been through bear markets and that are older and experienced than me, and I value their opinion, what I can say is this: it's not just crypto, it's not just the stock market, it's the whole fucking macro economy right now that's fucked up. There is war, the inflation is at its peak, and things are not looking great. I mean, for the world in general. So I believe that while we may stay in like a full-blown bear market, and we may have not even bottomed out yet, so there is even more red to come, if you get what I mean. I think like the next bull run for crypto especially could be like in 2 years, when the next big Bitcoin halving is going to happen. So it could be a trigger. It could start a little bit before this. You never know, we can't predict the future. If we could, we would all be millionaires. But for NFTs especially, I believe that even though we are in a bear market, there could be like micro bull runs for the NFTs that last a month or two. Like Yootz could trigger a bull market for Solana NFTs, or someone could come up with something really innovative that sparks people's interests into NFTs again. This is what I think. I know it's vague, but it's based on my research and other people's opinions.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, I agree with you. I think there could be like a little bull run, maybe in March next year. I don't think it's anytime soon. Like you said, the Yootz will trigger something where if you didn't get Yootslist, or if people sell their Yootz very quickly, they might start buying other projects, and other people are going to be liquidating to get the Yootz. So they're going to start liquidating. All the blue chips and stuff are going to go down a bit. But yeah, I'm going to let you go because, as you said, your time is valuable. All right, well, thank you very much for doing this with me. I'm really happy that you decided to come on. And I hope you liked the third episode of Bear Hug Radio. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Use the comments to nominate your favorite bear. And who knows, maybe they will be on the next episode.